It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got Breece Hall. He was unstoppable a week ago with 4 touchdowns. It's the Pats and the Titans under the lights on Sunday night.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This taken in right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. Now you look at this Patriots defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jones. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Patriots take over. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. The hat trick plus 1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for them.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Patriots put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Ryland field now following the touchdown. Back out to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. On now is the Titans punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Get it. Ready. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Here we go. Start.
Back to throw. That is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. throwing to start the drive. Jones, fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, the Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
At their own 36-yard line.
Let's go now.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Viking 18. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. Here we go. Here we go. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready?
They're going to try and throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brooks. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll give to Hall, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Able to slither by. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4th-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On the ball, on the ball.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. In motion right goes Smith-Schuster. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. They stop short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll try to run with Hall. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
It's now 3rd and goal.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
Warriors 70. Here we go.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! Breece Hall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here are the Patriots to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well.
Go.
Second half starts with a run by Hall. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Go street.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier.
Come on.
Now they're out there again to try once more.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they get 5 there on 4th and 3. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Straight ahead is Hall. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Hall again on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 68 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
That's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next drive.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Hall. And this time he is in. Breece Hall with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. Breaks through the contact. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Jones now throwing to start the drive. His throw incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. On now is the Titans punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out of this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be really happy with their execution overall.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hall ought to give up the middle. And he is going to get this close to the first down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 30. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Right. And a short gain here down to the 22.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A handoff for Hall. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their body.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Jones now. They're bringing a blitz. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Jahan Dotson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Roll, switch, roll. Hey, check that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go as they try to finish things off in this 4th quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to... There he goes, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On first down, right back to Hall. Dancing away at the 35. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look,